Digicel, Prime Bundles just got better with 3 new apps. Watch more with PlayGlow. Share more with Sportsmax. Read more news with Loop. Listen more with D-Music. Plus extra data. It's simply more bundled together. 51 gigabytes for 7 days for only $2,000. Live the experience with Digicel. Activate today on the My Digicel app.
Good evening. Welcome to this evening's newscast. Kevin Smith here. Let's get to the news in detail. Hess Corporation's Chief Operations Officer Gregory Hill revealed during the company's 2020 Q4 earnings calls yesterday that the Stabroek Block co-venturers ExxonMobil, Hess and CNOOC anticipate the completion and submission of a field development plan for Guyana's approval by the fourth quarter of 2021. Hess CEO John Hess said that one could assume development costs will vary similar somewhere between Phase 2 and Payara. Liza Phase 2 has an estimated development cost of $6 billion, while Payara estimate stands at $9 billion. And now let's tell you, Engine Number One, a new investment firm that seeks to enhance long-term value through active ownership, announced yesterday that it has formally nominated 4 highly qualified independent director candidates with diverse track records of success across the energy sector to the ExxonMobil Corporation's board of directors. This is expected to be heard at ExxonMobil's upcoming annual meeting of shareholders. Engine One's challenge for board seats is rooted in its dissatisfaction with ExxonMobil's emissions output. According to Bloomberg, the oil giant's annual emissions from its operations are set to increase from 122 million metric tons in 2017 to 143 million metric tons in 2025. The investment firm is also concerned about the company's decisions, which have led to its declining fiscal health. And now let's tell you the man, Clive Nobrega, yesterday appeared in the Linden Magistrates Court before Magistrate Wanda Fortune for the ruling of his matter. On his first court appearance, Nobrega had denied the charge, which stated that on January 24, 2021, at Blueberry Hill, Linden, he hosted a private party in breach of social activities. He was placed on $30,000 bail pending the outcome of the matter. However, Magistrate Fortune ruled that the prosecution has produced enough evidence for the offense that Nobrega is charged for, and as such, she sentenced him to 2 weeks imprisonment. And moving on, GCAM CEO Keith Lowenfield has handed over the original copies of all statements of poll and statements of recount from the March 2, 2020 elections to the Registrar of the Supreme Court, Suwana Lovell. The documents, which were handed over yesterday, are in observance with an order of Chief Justice Roxanne George Wiltshire to lodge the original SOPs and SORs with the Registrar for safekeeping. And moving on, opposition Member of Parliament Jermaine Figuera has filed a lawsuit against Minister of Labour Joseph Hamilton, Kaieteur News and Guyana Times newspaper, claiming in excess of $50 million each for libel. The lawsuit is in response to articles published about his alleged involvement in a pig pen expansion project under the Sustainable Livelihood and Entrepreneurial Development Program. The articles claimed that Figuera collected over $5 million for the project but never completed it. However, the opposition MP had denied the claims. He had informed that the monies were collected by his own twin brother, Jermaine Figuera, instead. He promised to sue the media and Minister Hamilton for peddling misinformation. And now let's tell you, police have arrested a man who allegedly killed a sleeping vagrant yesterday in the vicinity of Camp and Robb Street, Georgetown. The man, who has been identified as a 27-year-old of Toucan Drive, South Rheinveld, was reportedly spotted around 3 hours 30 bludgeoning the vagrant with a brick. According to police, a security guard who was guarding one of the nearby buildings told them that the vagrant was sleeping on the roadway when the suspect approached. Investigators reported that the suspect then picked up a brick and hit the vagrant repeatedly to his head before running away. And now let's tell you, the Organization of American States, or OAS, the world's oldest regional body, yesterday called for the prompt release of the Guyanese fishermen and fishing vessels by the Nicolas Maduro administration of Venezuela, whose military illegally abducted them last Thursday. It has also registered its support for the ongoing litigation at the ICJ as the appropriate solution to the controversy. In its condemnation of Venezuela's action, the OAS reinforced its support for Guyana's position in the controversy against Venezuela, noting that the fishing crew and vessels were located in Guyana's exclusive economic zone. And that brings us to the end of this evening's newscast. I am Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise